It's Tutorial Tuesday. Welcome, my friends. We're going to get into triangle pose or Trikonasana today with a couple arm variations, just like we did last week with side angle pose. So you'll need a block. Go ahead and grab one of those. If you don't have a block, anything will do that's about that shape, water bottle, something that has some good stability to it, so that you can benefit from using the prop without feeling wobbly. Some blocks are even too light, in my opinion. But anyway. So let's start with talking about the center of the body, or the pelvis, and its relationship to the spine. This is something we are talking about in a lot of my teaching as good alignment. Not so much what our feet are doing or the relationship our feet have to each other, but more about how our hips are relating to the feet, their rotation, and how the spine can be supported from that. So Trikonasana is about straight lines, energy flowing, and a gentle twist of the rotation with a hamstring stretch. So the knee has to be straight, has to be, it's not bent, but not hyperextended. We want that balanced action, always looking for that, so that prana is flowing, energy is moving. So let's step our right foot forward, toes facing the short edge, and have a block close by. I'm going to just heel toe, let's call this my left back foot, further away to where I feel the distance is stable and secure, and I can fire up the quads and engage the core now to tilt the pelvis to the side like we have a side angle. So that is going to be supported by the feet. Some traditions have a short stance, and that feels awkward for my very curvy, wide hips on the back leg. You might like a short stance. I typically go 1 inch longer than I would for my downward, or for Warrior 2. So I go a little bit longer than average. But see these long lines my body is creating? I also have a short waistline and long legs, so feel where your distance feels stable, strong, and easily tilting the pelvis to the side without any uncomfortable sensation in the hips. Okay, so now we got the feet, we fire up the legs. I know classically a lot of teachers, and I hope you don't hear this much in classes anymore. I don't go to public classes that much, so I'm not sure, but decades ago when I did, and what I was taught was that triangle pose is to bring your body in between two panes of glass, and I want to just throw that out in the trash, because that's what it is. It is trash. It's not good for your body. So think about letting your hips go back, your chest go forward, wide side to side. Notice my torso already got longer and lower to the ground just by that positioning. So the back hip, just like we did in side angle and Warrior 2, is in line with the front of the ankle, not the big toe, okay? We fire up the legs again. We reach, 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 reach. I'm not so much reaching over my leg, I'm reaching over to the opposite side. So my left sit bone, my back sit bone, and my front arm, my right arm, are diagonally splitting my mat through the center, opposite directions, front to back. Then when I can't go anymore, my hand comes down, and look how nicely my hand just touches the floor. I do have good flexibility, so maybe you don't have that and you grab a block, right? Make sure you can put your palm down on the block and feels really stable. From here, we're reinforcing the quad engagement, pulling from the front big toe all the way up into the crease of the hip, so we're extending the spine a little bit more. See how it got straighter, right? Then we twist up, top arm can go straight up. Here we are, triangle pose, Trikonasana. From here, without letting my back hip, this left hip, pop forward, I might be able to lean my torso back, take my hand outside the foot, and I can stay here. It gets more intense, so you go where you still feel easeful. Okay, so let's soften to come on up. Whew, I almost fell forward. Okay, so review. Let's do the other side. The distance of my feet feels stable and secure to allow my hips to tilt to the side, and the back hip, now this is the right, to align with the front of my ankle. fire up the legs. From the left big toe, I pull up through the kneecap, toning the quad, into the crease of the hip to further engage into that side angle of the hips with the straight leg, okay? Hugging into the belly, I reach opposite arm and sit bone away from each other diagonally through the mat and down till I can't go anymore. And then we bring the palm down, twisting back arm up, Trikonasana. So my spine is long in its rotation. My shoulders are drawing in and down the back. The crown of the head is stretching out of the tail. And maybe we lean back, bringing the hand outside the foot. So here on this side, that's too intense. I'm going to go higher. Right, so see the length of my spine in its rotation? I'm not laterally flexing to come down. It's all in the positioning of the hips. So you lift as much as you can. And if you're up on your leg, you're up on your leg. Right? See how you can push in to support that. The idea is that whatever prop we're using, even if it's our leg, we are not disengaging the quad muscles to support the stretch of the hamstrings and keep us supported and engaged to the ground, but also to then rotate open and create that nice relationship of a neutral spinal curves with length in the hinge and the twist out of the pelvis, based off of where the pelvis is aligned from the feet. It's that Jenga puzzle piece again. So if we have Trikonasana here with the arms straight up, we can then extend it, Uttita Trikonasana, reaching overhead and still rotating open. Or we can take the half bind or even a full bind and come back over to this one. So if you have the full bind, right, you can come right from extended side angle or from bound side angle to bound triangle. Woo! All right, my friends, there you have Trikonasana in a few variations, breaking old traditional teachings that may not be great for our hips. Don't play small. Don't put yourself in between two panes of glass. Let your body be big. Thank you, universe. And let me know how it goes in the comments. And I'll see you next week.